Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa runs, and today we are here in part 3 with our Scotland series. And if you haven't seen the first two parts, then shame on you, but if you don't really care, then this is where we're at. We're at the World Cup with Brazil, Ivory Coast and Bahrain, or Bahrain if that's how you pronounce it properly. And well, that's a tough group for Scotland. Bahrain might be easy, but Brazil and Ivory Coast, absolutely not. So, I don't know. It's going to be tough for Scotland to get out of this group, but if they can, then that would be perfect. And before we start our match against Brazil, I'd just like to remind you it's still on legendary difficulty because it is the best and most fun way to play this game. Here we go then, first match of the tournament for Scotland is against Brazil, the hardest match I'd say in the group. And well, if Scotland can somehow survive this test, then it will give me a lot of hope going for the rest of the group. I think realistically, Scotland would only finish third in this group. Depends on how Ivory Coast play, but of course, in my runs, I want to push Scotland to the very limits and see how far they can perform. In qualifying, they were okay. They got the job done, but of course, I had issues with some of the striking and some of the passing as well. So, we'll see. We will see what they can do against world-class opposition. Over the top, and Robinho's got this one. Can we stop him? He put it in the box. And that's a great save. I thought Brazil were going to lay it off in the box again and score an easy tap in. Over the top to Felipe Melo. Out on the wing for Brazil. He crosses that one in and it's headed away by Scotland. Brazil have had lots of chances already and they roll it in for 1-0. Scotland's defence just couldn't hold on. And Robinho scores the first goal for Brazil. It's 1-0. Scotland header it. Can we get one here? Oh, it's over the bar. Again, another huge chance for Scotland to equalise, and this is what we experienced in qualifying. And now it's starting to seep into the World Cup as well. Into the box. And that's trip, and that's a penalty. A penalty to Scotland. And Brazil have given away a silly pen. They just stuck a foot in and he went down. Is that going to be a card or probably not? It wasn't really a slide tackle, no. Can he do it? He can. It's 1-1 and Scotland have equalised from the spot. James McFadden has the first World Cup goal for Scotland in this 2010 campaign. Great feeling to equalise against Brazil, even if it is a penalty. I mean, Brazil are such a tough team on this game. You know, this 2010 team for Brazil, I didn't really regard it as a good Brazil team, even though it's got Kaká on it and, you know, players like that. I just don't regard it as a brilliant Brazil team. So at half-time, Scotland and Brazil are drawing 1-1. It hangs in the balance so far. Can Scotland somehow get in front in this game and record an historic victory against Brazil? Scotland can push forward. Over the top here, McFadden. Can he hit it? It's saved by Cesar and it's going to be a corner kick to Scotland. I must admit, we are growing into the game a bit more, but of course, I'm just afraid that Brazil will hit us on the break. Fletcher. And here comes Scotland. It's saved. And yes, the rebound was kind. And I think that's McFadden again. He's got a double. And in the 63rd minute, we got the lucky rebound against Brazil to go 2-1 up against them. Very lucky. I mean, this save here was fantastic by Cesar, but unfortunately, it bounced straight back to McFadden, who just smashes it in for 2-1. So it would be nice if we can win, but of course, straight away, they just get another goal, and Robinho has scored to make it 2-2. I mean, great for the neutral, not great for me conceding that kind of goal. Craig Gordon should have probably got that a bit better. McFadden on the ball. And Miller, he's in behind here, and it's saved by Cesar. Again, don't give up this draw at the moment. Don't do it. Okay, it bounces towards Gordon, and that should be game over once we kick it away. So, impressive from Scotland to hold Brazil. One of the hardest teams to play against on this game. They're just, so good, but, I just don't rate the team. Of course, they have great players on their team, but you know, 2010 Brazil weren't really that amazing, like, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, they always seem to hold me or beat me on this game. So yeah, great result for Scotland. Can we match that against Ivory Coast? Our second match then is against Bahrain, or Bahrain, if that's how you say it. Is it Bahrain or is it Bahrain? I've watched HITC7's video before, and whenever he says Bahrain, he says Bahrain. So am I just being uneducated or something? Like, I read it as Bahrain, but I've heard people say Bahrain, but I've also heard people say Bahrain. So I don't know. Someone will tell me anyway. I always get it anyway in the comments when I mispronounce something. But I wouldn't underestimate them, because they got here for a reason. And of course, they deserve to be here. But here comes Miller. It's saved. The fuck. Here comes Bahrain. Come on. Tackle him, yes. But it's gone straight back out to him. They cross it in. That's going to be a goal. Yes, it is. Scotland collapsed there, and it's 1-0. I told you, don't underestimate him. And Okunwane has scored to make it 1-0 to Bahrain. Well, it just feels like Scotland are slightly disjointed at the moment, which is never great, especially when you come to the World Cup. I do not want to rely on beating Ivory Coast here. And that's a great save. The Bahrain keeper knew what was going to happen, and he came out and dealt with it. That's brilliant. It's been a really frustrating half of Scotland. Defensively, on the goal that we conceded, we were awful. And here, we just can't tackle Bahrain. It's really annoying, but such is this game sometimes. Here comes McFadden. Can he put it in? He has. It's equalised for 1-1, and he has pulled us out of this deficit, and we go into half-time all level. That's great. McFadden's been really good in this World Cup so far, but Miller is kind of been absent. You know, it's a far cry from the qualifying scoring he had. Over the top, here comes McFadden. Can he push his way through and tap it in, perhaps? He has. Nice one. It's 2-1, and McFadden has all our goals at this World Cup pretty much. It's 2-1. Well, the Scotland fans are happy here. They're singing, they're chanting and everything. And, well, they hold a 2-1 lead going into the 70th minute. Crossed in. No. Oh, good save. It just seems like defensively Scotland are just sleepwalking. He's going to push his way through. McFadden, much stronger and faster than Omar of Bahrain. And it's in! It's a hat-trick for McFadden. And that's another goal at this World Cup for James McFadden. Fantastic. He's been so good. 5 goals so far at this World Cup. And he's the only one that scored for Scotland. And the goalkeeper for Bahrain gets a yellow card for that challenge as well. And that is going to be game over. Scotland have beaten Bahrain by 3-1. That means that we have 4 points going into the final game. But our final game is against Ivory Coast. Very, very tough. But I'm hoping that McFadden can carry us. I really hope so, because it doesn't seem like anybody else is. So, final match of the group is against Ivory Coast. This could potentially be elimination for Scotland if we do not win. Of course, if Ivory Coast win and Brazil win against Bahrain, then of course we will get eliminated. It's very, very precarious, this situation. And the fact that we got Ivory Coast on the final day, it sucks. It sucks, because we are a little bit, just a little bit shaky. It's a good ball, and it's saved. Okay, Ivory Coast, the first attack of the game in the 5th minute. That's not brilliant. My defence, well, my defending even, wasn't that great. We need to find that quality chance in this game. It's not going to happen too often because, of course, Ivory Coast are elite on this game. They're very good. Over the top, Brown. Into the middle, and Miller has scored against Ivory Coast. What a move by Scotland, and Kenny Miller has scored to make it 1-0 to Scotland. And Brown's ball into the box, well, the 6-yard area, was very, very good. Hutton heads it, and it's James McFadden. He's got space, and it's saved. That's unfortunate, but Scotland have got it back. It's crossed back in, it's headed away again. It's so hard to break down Ivory Coast on this game. We were lucky to get a goal against them in this half. But at half time, It is 1-0 to Scotland, so it's looking good so far. Brazil are winning as well, so it's me and Brazil that will go through. Over the top, but it's going to be offside. A lot of offsides in this game. It's been so awkward, as I expected it to be. It was not going to be easy. McFadden, can he do it? No, he's not as strong as Torre. Headed back to McFadden. And Hartley, he just can't get the shot off in time. Everybody's so slow to react to anything that's going on the pitch. I get it that Ivory Coast are stronger than Scotland, but it just feels like something bad is going to happen in these last sort of 17 minutes. Bahrain have equalised against Brazil. Go on, through ball. Miller. He scored to make it 2, and that is game over. Scotland have done it. Kenny Miller has scored another one, and that is 2-0 to Scotland. Scotland will be going through, but I think Ivory Coast are still safe because Bahrain are drawing against Brazil. I'm fairly sure they're still drawing. Miller just absolutely retrieves that at the end, and there it is. There's the score. Brazil have taken the lead, and Ivory Coast are now about to be eliminated unless they can get 2 equalising goals here. And, well, that chance is absolutely squandered. Well, I think Scotland have done the job, and so have Brazil. Heartbreak for Ivory Coast, as they were top of the group in this one going into the final game, and they've completely thrown it here against Scotland. You know, you'd expect a nation like Ivory Coast, especially how strong they were on paper in 2010, to beat Scotland. And that is going to be game over. It's 2-0 to Scotland. Scotland advance to the next round of the World Cup. Ivory Coast will be making the short trip home. At least it's a short trip, you know. South Africa to Ivory Coast is not that far away. Alright then, so let's have a look at the group stages, the final group stages for your 2010 World Cup in Scotland's run. So Switzerland and South Africa go through in Group A. Australia and Egypt go home. In Group B, it's Portugal and England going through quite comfortably. In Group C, it's Argentina and South Korea going through in that one. In Group D, it's Spain and Hungary that go through in that one. Mexico not having a great World Cup, and Paraguay as well. In Group E, it's Chile and Croatia going through in Group E. In Group F, it's Scotland, of course, top of the group, with Brazil going through in second place. In Group G, it's Germany going through, with Norway going through as well. Mozambique only 3 points off of coming through. They got a win in that group. I wonder who it was against. And in Group H, we have France and United States going through. United States going through on goal difference over Bulgaria. So yeah, that will set up a round of 16 like this. Some of the matches have already happened. There's a couple of shocks going into this round of 16. We have Switzerland beating England 2-1 and Argentina losing against Hungary by penalties. It was 0-0 in normal time, and then Hungary beat them on penalties. We have Brazil beating Chile 3-1, Germany beating USA 3-1. We have Portugal beating South Africa 4-1, Spain beating South Korea 1-0. We have Croatia, and France have Norway. So that's pretty cool. But first, Scotland have to try and beat Croatia in the round of 16. This is going to be tough. Croatia are no pushovers. We all know that. You know, even in 2010, this game, even though they didn't qualify for this tournament in real life, they still have a very, very good squad. Hartley, McFadden, yes, it's Miller with the goal, and it's 1-0. I almost forgot who it was, but it's Miller. He scored in the 8th minute, and we've taken the lead against Croatia. Great passing by Scotland. Finesse shot into the bottom corner. 1-0. Simple as that. Come on, get Croatia. Oh, come on. I kept tackling them, and it still kept going back to him, and it's Oleg with the goal to make it 1-1. Look, tackled him there, but he didn't care. He just put it in the back of the net anyway. And Croatia have equalised within 10 minutes. Over the top by Croatia. Oleg again. And it's 2 already. Croatia have hit back. And Oleg again, he's got a brace. 20th minute, and that's 2-1. We were left so exposed there. I had to drag a man towards the guy with the ball, and then he just lifted it over the top, and yeah, that's what you get. And Scotland seem to be, I don't know, like 2 good results against Ivory Coast and Brazil, and they haven't really learned from it. No form or nothing at the moment. It's a good ball to Brown. What a ball that was. Come on, can we do anything here? Brown. And that is going to be a penalty. Saw it coming from a mile away, that tackle. When he slid, I was like, yeah, that's definitely a pen. Is it going to be a red, though? No, it's not. McFadden has a chance to get another goal at this World Cup. It's saved. Oh, come on. Oh, what a save by Pleticosa. Over the top. And Scotland struggling here with Croatia. Really, really struggling. It's a through ball, and here comes Cernar. He's going through. Look at the Scotland defence off the post, and Modric puts it in for free. And Scotland have fallen apart in this round of 16. I knew there was issues with this team. There's just so many issues at the back. We had this in qualifying sometimes, and yeah, Croatia have made us pay. They have made us pay in this first half for sure. I don't know whether or not we're able to get back in this game. But our passing as well is dreadful. All I want to do is make micro passes in midfield. And it's not letting me do that. Maloney. McFadden. Into the middle. And that's 3-2 now. Miller has scored. And can we get back into the game now? We've got plenty of time. But if Croatia score another goal, you have to think it's over. Pote. Hartley. Yes, he scored, and that's 3-3. Hartley has scored. Unlikely person to score a goal. I didn't think he'd actually score that, to be fair, because I had to shoot. I was getting pressured, and it went in anyway. And that is 3-3. Slaven Bilic is just so frustrated with his Croatia squad, conceding a very sloppy goal like that, really. But, hey, Hartley has saved us, and that is 3-3. How did that go all the way over there? It's a through ball. Oh my goodness, that's gone all the way through to Eduardo. Can he score? He has! Oh, that defending man. That ball went all the way through, and Eduardo has smashed it in for 4-3. What a game we have, but at the end of the day, like, we cannot catch these Croatian strikers up. I know that Eduardo is a fantastic striker, well, was a fantastic striker until he got absolutely done in by that Birmingham player when he was playing at Arsenal. McFadden, can he get the 4th? Oh my goodness, he's put it wide. He's been red hot in this campaign, and yet he put it wide. It's a through ball, here comes Miller. He has to score this chance, surely. Oh, Pleticosa. Passing has been excellent from Croatia, excellent. Absolutely excellent. Worlds apart from our passing. Eduardo, he crosses it in, back post. And, oh, that was dangerous. Time's running out for Scotland. That's a through ball. Oh, this might be over. Eduardo, no. But Scotland might have run out of time. They might have run out of time. We're going to have to launch it downfield. It's Miller. He needs to twist and turn here. Into the middle. And Hartley. Miller. Yes! It's 4-4! 90th minute! And we kind of cheesed that, but still, it's 4-4. We've rescued it. Come on. Come on, Scotland. We can do it. Come on. We can do it in extra time. What a game between these two. What a game. 4-4. Even if we get dumped out in this round, Scotland have tried. There has been massive issues with Scotland in this sort of game. Croatia have exposed us massively, but we are still level. Here we go then, extra time between Scotland and Croatia. Can we find something in this extra time period again? Through ball, and here comes Miller. That better not be offside. He's trying to get through, and that's 5-4 Scotland. Scotland on the verge of going through. 5-4, 96th minute is Kenny Miller. And Croatia are now 5-4 down. What a game in this round of 16. Scotland are not giving up. Kranjčar to Pranic. Their passing is just so good. It's crossed in. And that was outrageous. If they had scored that, that would have been so outrageous. But it's half-time and extra time. It's 5-4 to Scotland. Trying to waste time here, just throwing on any players that I see fit. If Scotland win this would be one of the best World Cup matches in a long time. It's a corner in the 120th minute. What can Croatia do? Crossed in, headed away, boot it away. There we go. Scotland are advancing to the quarter-final. What a game between these two teams. A classic. A modern-day classic. And the fans are going wild. Probably the best win in Scotland's history, I imagine. If Scotland ever did this against, like, Croatia in a round of 16, wow, imagine that. That would be scenes, especially with how good the Scottish fan base is in international football. So, your updated tournament tree looks like this. Hungary beats Switzerland by 1-0. Germany beat Brazil on penalties. We got Portugal versus Spain and France versus Scotland. So, yeah, pretty good. I'm kind of hoping Hungary make it to the final. That would be really, really awesome. But, you know, they're going to be guaranteed top 4. So that is pretty incredible from Hungary to get this far. Quarter-final time, Scotland versus France here. And this will hopefully be Scotland's chance to see if they can beat another big team like France. I mean, you know, that match against Croatia showed that we had character to fight back, you know, being 3-1 down. It's incredible, really. I thought we were done and dusted, but obviously not. And over the top to Anelka. Our defence always gets exposed like this. And saved by Gordon that time. Go on, through ball. Oh, why did you stand still? I hate that when you do that. You do the through ball and then you just stand still. It's like, why? Why are you standing still? Over the top again. Gignac. And it's saved. Gignac. Again, he's going through. And that's gone wide. France have missed a lot of chances so far. But I'm sure they will win this game if they keep going like this. Evra crosses it in. And again, Scotland still under pressure here. That's into the box. Gignac, and he scores. The pressure, man. The pressure on Scotland's defence. Like, we are conceding lots of goals at the moment. We really are. Like, we conceded 4 against Croatia. And now we've conceded another against France. I'm not saying that we should be just absolute rocks at the back, but it just feels like Scotland's defence can't handle any type of pressure. Henry, out on the wing, crosses it in. It's headed, and it goes wide by France. It's going to be half-time. France are leading by 1-0. At least it's not like 3-1, because against France, that would have been game over. It's a through ball to Brown. Can he do anything? Into the box. And that's an equaliser. Niller has scored. And that is 1-1. Brilliant ball into the box. And nicely finished by Kenny Niller. It was such a good run by Brown. And then to put it into the middle there. And, you know, basically average sweat goal. But hey, I needed that. Been a massive battle here between these two. 76th minute. Here comes France. Great challenge. Can we clear that, please? Yeah. And Miller tries to get it, but it's blocked. See what I mean? It's just a lot of tackling and a lot of miscontrolled passes and stuff like that. It's a through ball. Here comes Hartley. Can he get it? He has. And that is saved. Unlucky Hartley. He's not really a striker, so I didn't expect him to score that. But the fact that he got past that last defender and still went on through, but unfortunately Lloris saves. It's tackled. France have been very, very good, as have Scotland as well. It's the 90th minute though, and Nasri is going through. A full stamina Nasri. Oh no. No, 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 no. He scores! And heartbreak for Scotland. Samir Nasri has scored in the 90th minute. All my defenders just couldn't catch up to him. And France have put the dagger into us. The absolute dagger to finish off Scotland in this World Cup. What a annoyance that is. And well, I mean, it was coming. It was coming, to be fair. All game I felt so under pressure from France. And then in the 70th minute the game dropped off. and I felt like we could have scored, especially Hartley going through on goal. You know, it's not his fault, he's not a striker, but damn, to lose like that. But hey, you know, we had one of the best games ever in the World Cup, being obviously against Croatia. Getting out of our group with Brazil and Ivory Coast is very impressive as well. France were just one step too far, unfortunately. So who won the World Cup? It was Portugal against Germany, and France beat Hungary in the third place playoff. So at least we have some satisfaction to see that Kenny Miller got the golden boot in this tournament. So well done to Kenny Miller, at least for that. That is brilliant. But unfortunately, Scotland crash out in the round of 16. So this is your tournament tree, your updated one. Well, your full tournament tree, I should say. I just noticed as well that Portugal and France played out an amazing game in the semi-finals as well. 4-4, and then Portugal won on penalties. So that is crazy. You know, and then obviously Portugal went on to win the World Cup. So yeah, congratulations Portugal, and that is the end of your Scotland series for the 2010 FIFA World Cup. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It's just that at times Scotland were really, I don't know, there was something a little bit off with them, but we kept fighting. We kept fighting, especially against Croatia. That game was absolutely amazing. So if you did enjoy this run, then please give it a like and subscribe. Plenty more of these runs to come in the future, and potentially some reruns of some other nations that we've already done in the past as well. So stay tuned for those in the future. Keep it local as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you again for the next video.